I am, and where I continue to go, and where I will continue to go, is an insane work ethic. You can only put in that amount of work if you were doing something that you are passionate about, and that's what I have engaged my entire life's work in. You cannot fully commit to something if you are not passionate about it, so you must look at your surroundings, at the things you are involved in, and ask yourself, are you truly passionate about these things? Do you truly want to put every ounce of your being into these things? And I am blessed, truly blessed by something. I am not sure what it is, but I am blessed that I was able to find my passions. These avenues that the fight game has opened up for me, I'm going down them at 100 mile an hour with no brakes and full confidence in what lies ahead, and great things are happening. So I'm very blessed and very motivated still. I have gone through times in my young career of lapses in motivation and seeking that energy, but you know, I'm not supposed to be here. Where I come from, it's like it's on my whiskey prop on number 12. I come from a place, Dublin 12. It is a hard-working town, a small little suburb. It has its good and it has plenty of bad, but I always like to focus on the good because the good shines through. Where I come from, we're not supposed to climb to these heights. We're told that. It's instilled in us. And I wanted to break that mold and pave the way, open up paths. I was just a young kid with a dream and a belief in himself. And for many times I was laughed at and not believed in, but you know what? Nothing external can defeat the internal. The only thing that can take someone down or break you down is internal. Nothing external is strong enough. It's just about making sure your internal dialogue and your internal belief in yourself is strong enough that it can withstand the external. The external is there. You've got to accept it. You've got to embrace it. You've got to understand it and be aware of it. But don't let it seep into your internal dialogue. I don't know it all. I'm up and down and growing with this. I'm trying to continue to learn. It's a daily occurrence. Not to let that external infiltrate my internal. And that's what I'm trying to do right now, because I have let it infiltrate it at times. Yes. Who am I? Yes. I know who I am. I am an Irish animal, a proper Irish animal. My career is a career of never been done before. No Irish man has done what I have done. I opened up pathways for my people. We came steaming through the door thanks to my belief and my hard work. I put my people on, I put my nation on the map. Although we are known as the Fighting Irish, in boxing terms, we have a rich history in boxing, but not in mixed martial arts. True fighting, a full fight. We had zero history, zero impact. We were almost looked down upon. The UK scene had risen up. There was many stars. Of course, the Brazilians, they invented the sport, Vale Tudo, no holds barred fighting. Then the Americans took it, franchised it into the UFC and built it up to what it was. Yeah. So the Americans and the Brazilians dominated the sport, and then the UK was rising up, and the Irish were just the Irish. Yes. But I knew different. No more. Exactly.
Give it up for him. That's awesome, man.
Now my nation's flag is on the UFC belt. They released a new belt. I won the 2 belts, the first to ever done it, and still the only 2 ever do it, unified. You know, for so long, like in my mid to late 20s, when I started to acquire wealth and acquire money, I was fascinated with materialistic things. I would buy myself cars, watches, but I switched off of that now. It's like I realized I was spending things on material items and not things on myself, on my being, on my fitness, on my health. I've switched that completely. We've got to be in shape. I think a trait of the successful is to train early, wake up and train early. You've got to be in shape.
Yes.
To be, you've got to be in shape physically to be in shape mentally.
Yes.
They go hand in hand.
Yes.
So I'm putting a lot more time into that, and I actually realized it first when I read it on LeBron James. He spent $1.5 million a year annually on himself. Physical therapist, masseuse, nutritionist, trainers, oxygen. All of that. And you know what? When I seen that, I said, I spent zero. I just, when a camp forms, when a fight forms, I'll gather a team of people. We go into the Vegas desert, lock ourselves away for 10 weeks and do insanity work. If I'm training back at home during camp, I have fighters locked in a hotel room waiting on call to be called and to come and fight me. Yeah. It's an insane game, but it's not all in again. I'll go back to that term. It's halfway in. And then you can't be that way, and you certainly cannot be that way in the fight game, but in reality you can't be that way in any game you're in. If you're in a game, make sure you're in it all the way, all in with it, and then that game will be your game, and that's where I am right now.